Brett Dawson here at the Toyota Center in Houston, and if you like offense, you liked a lot of what you saw today in the Thunder's game against the Rockets. If you root for the Thunder, you probably didn't like the outcome. 137-125, Houston wins in a really impressive offensive showing for the Rockets, and a game that left a lot to be desired, obviously, defensively for the Thunder. How much of that was Oklahoma City defense and how much of it was Houston offense? It's a little bit of a split. The Rockets were great. They shot the ball incredibly well. That 137 points is the most anybody has scored on the Thunder all season. Houston also made 23 pointers. Nobody had done that against the Thunder this year. 15 was the most anybody had made. Houston goes 20 of 39, which is an exceptional shooting night. James Harden didn't shoot the ball particularly well from three-point range, 2 of 8. He shot the ball well overall, 8 of 15, but he really was the guy who kind of got things going for Houston. He got other guys involved. He had 12 assists to go with 22 points. And the Rockets now with Lou Williams, who they've acquired since they played the Thunder last, have a lot of offensive weapons. Ryan Anderson was out today. They started Eric Gordon in his place. Eric Gordon gets 24 points. Trevor Ariza gets 24. That's 48 just out of those two wing spots, in the starting lineup with Harden. Those guys combined to make 10 three-pointers as well. Lou Williams made 7 by himself, 7 of 8. A lot of good looks for Houston, some difficult shots as well, but too many open looks. The Thunder had some struggles in pick and roll. Initial defense wasn't so bad. Where they had trouble was some communication stuff, some rotations, finding shooters. As Billy Donovan said, the Houston guys aren't just shooters. If you run them off the line, they can make plays off the dribble. They can find other guys. They're all guys who can shoot and dribble and pass. And the Thunder really struggled to keep up with all of that defensively. Billy Donovan was trying to find a couple different lineup options. Put Jeremy Grant in. He had a great block, one of the few times when the Thunder really did exactly what it was supposed to do. Lou Williams got run off the three-point line. Grant came over and helped block the shot. But not enough of that from the Thunder. Some of that, again, there were some really tough shots. Houston had some stuff, some pull-up stuff, some really good ball movement. And even when the closeouts were good, they made some shots. But a lot of times those closeouts were not good. A lot of times those rotations were late. And so kind of a mix. If you make 23s, that's kind of the way it's going to be. Some of them are tough. Some of them way too easy. And Russell Westbrook said after the game, the Thunder have some things they can look at. They've got some things that they can find out, that they can look at and see that they can correct. Not just going forward in the season. They play at Dallas on Monday, but going forward if they play the Rockets, which is right now the way the playoffs would line up. The Thunder are the number 6 seed as of today, and the Rockets number 3, so they could play again in the playoffs. Although they're done for the regular season, and James Harden and the Rockets win that series 3-1. How much that impacts the MVP race, we'll see. Russell Westbrook, if you came into today thinking he was the MVP, he didn't really do anything to dispel that. He had a triple-double, his 36th of the season, 39 points. He had, I'm going to cheat and look at my stats over here, 11 rebounds and 13 assists. I didn't want to get those reversed. His 36 triple-double, he's only 5 now away from tying Oscar Robertson's single-season record. Very much on track now for averaging a triple-double. It would be the first guy since Oscar Robertson to do that since 1961-62. And he got a lot of help offensively. Enes Kanter was really good today. Taj Gibson was good in some stretches. Steven Adams scored in double digits. Victor Oladipo scored. So the Thunder didn't have offensive problems. It was really a defensive issue, and there were a lot of defensive issues, some things that Oklahoma City can get corrected, needs to get corrected before Dallas on Monday. This road trip rolls on there in Dallas against the Mavericks. Still a game against Orlando yet to come in this series on this string as well. But a tough one in Dallas, a place that the Thunder has not played great, did not play great the last time out. So a tough game on the second night of a back-to-back, and the Thunder will get into Dallas and have some time to rest. We'll see how that one goes tomorrow. Here is, for now, some post-game video from Billy Donovan, Russell Westbrook, and Andre Robertson.
Russell, obviously, you and James are the top 2 candidates for MVP. When you face off against something like this, do you feel like it adds to your case, or do you feel like you showed them in there to others?
I just play, man. I go out and play every night, compete at a high level, like I do every single night, try to help us win. But unfortunately tonight, it didn't work out that way. So just got to get ready for tomorrow's game.
Russell, what were the defensive issues tonight?
I don't know. I look at the film, I watch what I'm playing, and kind of see.
Did you feel like it was the type of game, especially Ariza, Gordon, and Williams, where they just hit a bunch of
Yeah, they hit a lot of shots, man. They got hot, and especially with a team like that, they get hot, it can be trouble. But I think there's some things we can do. So hopefully, you can look at the film and kind of see what we can change.
When they're hitting tough shots like that, is it hard to not get frustrated, stay even keel?
I mean, it happens. Games like that happen. That's what they do. I mean, they lead the league and scoring points. That's what they do. So you can't get frustrated, especially on the road. You got to keep our composure and make sure we continue to play the right way.
You and James kind of talked a little bit half court. Seems like you guys, senior All-Star weekend, have a really solid relationship.
Yeah, definitely, man. I've been knowing James, since he was little. And, go from being from California and Los Angeles. And us here is just a blessing, especially for me, to be able to have people growing up in the NBA. It's something you don't take for granted, and friendships is something I don't take for granted. James is a good friend of mine, and he's good, and I'm a good friend of his. So.
Do you keep up with what he's doing during the season?
Not much. I like to pay attention to my team, but obviously I know he's playing well. His team is doing well, and I know he competes. So.
They're a very, very good offensive team. I think everybody knows that. They've got obviously great shooting all over the floor. But the controllable part for us was, I thought, our concentration and focus, the ability in the third quarter, to start the third quarter, to make multiple efforts on a continual basis is what you have to do. And we had some moments where, we did it pretty well, and we had some moments we didn't do it pretty well. And when we didn't do it well, they shot the ball extremely well. I thought there was some threes were tough that they made, but I also thought some of the threes that they made, we did not do a good enough job. And, the encouraging part for me is the fact that we've got to do a better job as a team, collectively. We have to do a better job. So it wasn't. Again, they're hard to guard, but I'm not so sure that we did as good a job as we could with concentration, focus, scrambling, rotating, communicating, like all those things you have to do. We didn't do it at a high enough level.
And then at halftime, you cut it to 12, and they call timeout. Did you feel like coming out of that timeout, you could have had a chance to make another push there and make it a game?
Well, again, they missed some shots, and we really, I thought, physically laid it on the line here to start that third quarter, and it took that kind of effort. But it takes that kind of effort for 48 minutes, and coming out of timeout, I think Gordon made a three from the top that took it right back to 15, and they're going to come with something. But listen, they're gonna have times where they make threes. They're going to be difficult, but what you got to try to do is make it as difficult as you possibly can. They go for 11 for 18 in the first half. I wish I could sit here and say that they were all really, really tough shots.
Defending Harden, which you get the great opportunity to do every time these two teams meet, and how difficult is it?
He's a new player in this league. My job out there is just go out there and disrupt as much as possible. I feel like we did an all right job tonight. They shot the ball well tonight. We moved the ball. I feel like early on we started off a little soft, but we picked it up as the game went on. Too little, too late at the end. So.
It's obviously hard. It's hard to beat anybody when they make 23s. Is it some of that just them shooting the ball well, or are there some things you guys see that you didn't do?
A little bit of both. We didn't execute our defense as well as we wanted to. But you also got to give them credit. They made some tough shots tonight. It's one of those games, and so on and so on.
How difficult is it on the three-point line trying to defend James? It seems like he gets a lot of those calls on the three-point line.
Yeah, it's just my technique. I've been sticking with my technique since day one, and he's one of those guys you got to change it up on. And early on, got me with it a couple times. Just refresh my memory. I get my hands out a little bit more, and get less aggressive until I get around the pick and roll. So just a little brain fart in the beginning.
How tough does that? How much does that change what you do when you get fouls early?
It changes a lot. It kind of takes you out your rhythm a little bit when you pick up two quick ones. Got to back off a lot. He did a great job of drawing the fouls. And, he's one of those elite players you got to tip your hat off to at times.
What were those team defensive issues that you kind of talked about earlier?
Our pick and roll defense. I feel like our initial defense was great, and then we didn't have the help side. They were exploiting the big rolling, and we didn't pull over enough. Which then he got the ball and kicked it to the wide open man. So it's hard to play in between two guys. So you got to be there initially and build out. But there's some things we can clean up on film, and we'll be ready for next time.